So I think the Ministry of Ethnic Communities, of course, are a fairly new ministry as well. So we're not a ministry at Te Aka Whai Ora, we're a Crown-owned entity. And of course, it's really lovely for us to have started on a journey with the Ministry of Ethnic Communities, and that the fact that they exist now, along with our Ministry for People with Disabilities, Whaikaha, these are new opportunities to really expand and diversify our village. So that's some of the key takeaways from me, is that in the words of this beautiful banner, there is beauty in the wholeness of our differences. So these conferences really highlight that.
For me personally, the experiences shared by members of the health panel resonated. The example given about working in a trust-based relationship between government and NGOs, that was really useful, because we've been doing some of that, and it's good to hear examples of other parts of government doing that. And it's an area I'm keen to explore.
We only had an opportunity to talk about two real things: whanaungatanga, which is bringing people together in human relationships, and then manaakitanga. The thing that I found is that we only talked about those two things, but all around the room, I don't know how many different ethnicities we had, everyone was sort of nodding along, and they all had their own versions of manaakitanga and whanaungatanga. So that's been probably my insight, is that these are not Māori concepts. These are concepts, we have Māori words for them, but these are concepts that are shared by cultures all over the world. And I think we just need more opportunity to find cultural convergence. That's a word that's come out of today, but where do we align? Rather than, because we're different in lots of ways, but where do we align, and where are we the same? And let's celebrate that, because it's special.
It's just different ethnic communities coming together. It's, it's just amazing. I mean, for me, that is what I'm happy about, and I hope this continues, where we can come together as one and share different cultures. I can see different ethnic communities here ready to perform. I just finished, so I look forward to more of this, if this can happen. Yeah,
I'm really honored to be invited as a panelist and share what we have done over the pandemic, but also things we came across as innovation as well. But I think one of the things I want to share is facing a lot for minority ethnic community is the language support, the interpreting service. We should have almost like a digital interpreting service that on everyone's phone, that people can break the language barrier at least to access any health care, in which we have it. And I hope the government can look into it and to be the solution for the nation.
The specific insights that I think that we need to take out and deliver with healthcare would be localities. So localities have to do with healthcare, once again, working with communities in order to deliver equitable health outcomes across every small and large community in Aotearoa, New Zealand.
I think the sort of insight that I'm most that is most salient to me is the insight that both my co-panelist Kyle and myself expressed, and that's sort of the notion that in ethnic communities there's sort of invisible communities as well. So rainbow communities, for instance, communities that experience violence, whether that's sexual or family violence, they're all hidden. So I think one of the key insights that I really appreciated from that panel is that we need to bring those experiences to the fore so we can discuss and ameliorate them.
最重要的就是学到了这个会议呢，就是每个人可以说出来自己想说的话。
The most important thing is that everyone can express what they want to say, they really want to say, and this is what I've learned, and this is really the most important thing.
It's the first time I've ever been invited to actually specifically talk about Arabic or Lebanese culture and its cultural convergence with Māori culture, tikanga, kawa, all of these concepts from Te Ao Māori, which, once you understand some of those concepts, again, it's a roadmap to become culturally responsive. It's a roadmap to build real inclusion. It's a roadmap to, create a kind of social inclusion, which I guess leads to an ethnic advantage.
I guess it was lovely for me to hear Richard Joseph's story because, of course, I know him, but I hadn't heard the story. And I think what he said was really valuable about not the diversity, but the convergence, of all of the things that we share together. And when I was talking earlier with people, it's about our families, our children, growing up in New Zealand, all those things that are special, that are together, yet all of the things that make us who we are individually.